all, and welcome back to my channel, Drunk Crafts with Paige. I am Paige, and this week I just have a regular old cider. It came to my attention that neither my husband nor my stepdaughter own any tie-dyed t-shirts. For me, personally, it's kind of a red flag, only because my mother, who grew up in the 60s, naturally loved bell-bottom, flare pants, and tie-dye shirts. I have made several tie-dye shirts, and they have none. So I have taken it upon myself to fix that. We are going to be making several t-shirts today. We're going to be making one for my husband, for my stepdaughter, and then for me, just cuz. We are also going to be doing 3 different design techniques. I'm not sure exactly what yet. I'm going to let each person choose what design they would like and what colors they would like. And I've got a tie-dye kit to make this all easy, and I guess we're just gonna jump right into it. So if you're interested in seeing some tie-dye techniques, please continue watching. We've got our big old pile of shirts here. I read somewhere that it is best to have clean shirts and to leave them damp. We've got a shirt for my husband, shirt for my stepdaughter, and a shirt for me, and mine actually has a design on it, so we'll see how it works. And I think it's also made with different materials than the others. So this kit that I have is called Create Basics Kit, and it just has a bunch of different tie-dye colors to choose from. It's got all these different squeezy bottles. They come empty with just some powder in it. It also has gloves, a bunch of rubber bands, and an instruction sheet. I found that the instruction sheet was actually not a whole lot of help. They only gave you like 3 possible designs, and it didn't give a whole lot of instructions, so I did a bit of my own research, finding out that you might want to leave your shirts damp. So I've already gone ahead and done that. These are nice and damp for us. I also went ahead and filled up our bottles of our dye. It instructs to fill it up to around the neck, and then you shake it all good so the powder in the bottom dissolves nicely. So I've got a couple of design plans that we're gonna do today for our t-shirts. My stepdaughter Lexi, let's see, this one is hers. She wanted the scrunch method. So here's our t-shirt, and the scrunch method is literally just kind of taking scrunches and scrunching the shirt together into, I've seen it described as kind of like a hockey puck. Just into a nice ball, and then we're gonna rubber band it together. Now for my husband, I wanted to do a kind of, I think they call it a chevron, sort of like an arrow kind of thing. So I'm going to take his t-shirt and fold it in half. This way. Making sure all of my corners and everything and the sleeves line up. And I would like it to kind of go from bottom of t-shirt, like where these 2 points meet, up to maybe his neck. So I'm going to try to include it all in frame, but I'm going to slowly kind of scrunch it. You could fold this neater than I'm doing. make sure I get the sleeve included as well. To here. So I should have, if I join a rubber band from here to here, that will be a steep slope from the bottom of the shirt to the neck of the shirt. So I'm going to very carefully try to rubber band that together. Now for my t-shirt, I would like to try to make just the classic spiral. I've got this design here in the center, so I like to try to spiral it. So I'm going to pinch in the center of my t-shirt and very gently twist. But it basically turns it into a nice spiral for you by pinching the center like that, and we'll rubber band it kind of in a puck-like fashion like we did our scrunch one. They did provide gloves in this set, which is pretty cool. I'm running out of gloves. I need to order more, so that's kind of nice for me. They feel a little lunch lady-esque. We are going to start with our scrunchy one. She wants light pink and purple. So I'm just going to kind of do, because this is a scrunch method, there's not like a lot of detail to it. We're just gonna kind of do this in spots. So here's a little bit of purple, a little bit of purple, over there. And you can kind of separate the folds out, really get your tip of the dye in there to make it more saturated. And here's some pink. So there's one. And when the t-shirt is done, I am going to take it and put it inside a plastic bag, because that is where it's going to hang out. Moving on to our chevron. This is my husband's one that's going to have some like stripes, or I guess kind of an arrow to it. And we're going to use some green colors. This shirt is going in its own plastic bag. And now time for our last one, my spiral. Hopefully. And I actually wanted to try something. I wanted to try dyeing it in the opposite direction of the spiral that we spun the shirt. So you can see in the design that we kind of spiraled it this way. Well, I want to dye it as if it's going this way, if that makes any sense. So our spiral goes in like this. I'm gonna go well, maybe I'm not going anyway. This shirt doesn't seem to really want to dye. It's not letting in a lot of the color. Let's see. If I like press it into the shirt, that seems to work. So this is probably not going to be what I envisioned, because I didn't expect that. I'm going to put it in its own bag. So we have our 3 shirts sitting in their plastic. It says you can let them set for 6 to 8 hours. I also read while doing my research that you can just leave it overnight if you can. Allow it to the fabric to soak up as much of the dye as possible. You'll probably get a brighter outcome if you do that. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and let these sit for a full 24 hours. We'll come back to them tomorrow, kind of rinse them out, take off the rubber bands, and you guys will get to see how they look. Our tie-dye shirts have sat in their plastic bags for a full 24 hours. I'm gonna quick take them to the sink and rinse them nice and good so they're not saturated with dye, and we're gonna remove the rubber bands and see what we end up getting. First up, we've got my husband's t-shirt. A reminder, his is the one that we tried to do the big arrow, or I guess it's called a chevron. So let's see how that worked out. Next up is Lexi's, my stepdaughter. She wanted the scrunch method. Now, last but not least is mine, which we did the spiral for. And I'll tell you guys right now, it was a good thing I rinsed this one out prior to showing you guys, because yep, all of the dye came out. And if you guys remember, I mentioned my shirt, the one with the design, you can kind of see it in there. The one with the design came from somewhere else. It was not one of the 100% cotton ones. It was made out of a different material. And even when we were dyeing it, I had to like push the dye to get it to stick to the fabric. So this is what happens when you don't use the correct kind of t-shirt. But let's go ahead and unwrap it. Although I am a little sad that my own personal t-shirt didn't turn out as cool. I really wanted to have the design in the center and have the tie-dye around it, but alas, I picked a shirt with the wrong material. So we are gonna go and do a nice load of laundry, an actual wash of these t-shirts separately, not with anything else. I like to do at least one run through just by themselves to risk no dye getting on other clothes, and then we're gonna go and show you guys what they look like all washed, dry, and outside in the natural light. I think these t-shirts turned out so cool. Even though mine didn't turn out very great, I love the design and the colors of both the chevron, like triangle arrow looking one, and the scrunch method. So I hope you guys enjoyed the craft this week. If you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow me on my social media accounts. Links are in the description box below. I'll see you guys all for the next video. Cheers!